Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that nice little hover here. We're basically hovering. Basically hovering. All right, checking out the Radiolink D460, ready to fly. This is a beginner plane, kind of targeted towards beginners. You can see it has basically an elevon set up with 2 control surfaces in the back and very large wing area, so it should be able to fly slow. And it's on a 2S setup, 2S 800 milliamp hour battery, 2204 motor, and a 7-inch bi-bladed prop in the front there. This one comes with the Radiolink T8FB BT 8-channel radio. It does come in different versions with the smaller radio, and you can also get the plug-and-play version, or the radio non-radio version. Does come with the by me stabilizer, so it should have nice stabilized flights. There's, well, in the box, of course, you get the plane, you get an extra prop and prop savers, radio, of course, the 1 battery and charger, and you also get a manual for the radio and a manual for the plane. It does come all set up out of the box. So on this side here, you have your basically an arm switch. So down is the throttle cut, so no throttle. And then if you want throttle on, then you hit that up. So it's basically for safety. And then over here, you have 3 modes: stabilize mode, gyro mode, and then manual mode on the bottom. So probably we'll see how it goes, and with the wind and everything, and we'll try out those if we can. But basically, that's about it. It's pretty simple. Just to charge with battery. The radio does take 4 AA's, or you can use a 2S LiPo. I put a 2S LiPo on this one. That's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and fly and see how it does. Go ahead and turn the radio on. Throttle all the way down. Throttle cut on. The hatch here is magnetic. Pretty nice. It's just JST connector here. Let's go plug that in. And you have to make sure that this is on a level surface, so the gyro can calibrate. Okay. Put the hatch back on. So it does take a little bit of time for it to calibrate. Let it sit there. You should hear the ESC tones shortly. You'll see if we have to throttle up. Maybe the throttle up here. No. If we hit the turn off the throttle cut. There we go. Now it's fully calibrated. But we want the throttle cut on. Put it in the stabilize mode. There's a little finger hole here, and you can launch it like this. Turn off the throttle cut. You can see it's stabilizing. And then in the gyro mode, still stabilizing. Manual mode, no stabilization. All right. No wind, so let's go ahead and just launch it. Okay, so this one requires high alpha, I think, based on the plane design. You can see it's flying pretty slow. So nose up attitude, and I can fly pretty slow. There's no yaw in this, it's all bank and yank. And if you change direction, it does lose a little bit of altitude. Just have to throttle up. So right now it's pretty good. It's not a lot of wind. Right over my head. You can kind of see how that has that nose up attitude. High alpha as they call it, and that can allow it to fly slow. That's just basically, that's just the way that it's designed. It's designed to fly like this. You can see into the wind, high alpha, almost hovering, almost going backwards. And then we go downwind, throttle up. All right, let's bring it back. So you can see it's self-leveling. So this is the stabilized mode is probably going to be best, obviously going to be best for beginners. All right, let's put it into the Whoa. Okay, I put it into the gyro mode, and the rates are, well, it needs expo and stuff, which is not built into the radio. You can program it, but it doesn't look like it's built in out of the box. So I saw that how it kind of went all over the place because the rates are a little too high for me and not enough expo. So I'm just going to leave it in the stabilized mode to enjoy it. Manual mode is definitely not going to work out because I probably need to put a different receiver in here and completely program it so I can program it for manual mode. That's just kind of how it is. But this is like targeted to beginners with the radios ready to go, and it flies pretty nice. Look how slow that is going. That is pretty nice. But it's got that high alpha, you know, to fly slow. So, I mean, the gyro is obviously doing a lot of the work for you. So as a beginner, it's a good way to learn. Even if you crash, the prop saver will allow the prop to bend and not break, and you get a spare. But you can fly nice and slow like this, which is, obviously this is the design. It's kind of like, it looks like a giant pancake, not an actual wing. Like a wing would have a lot less wing area and it would fly a lot faster. You couldn't fly like this. This is because it's kind of pancake shaped. A lot of wing area, so you can fly really fast or really slow. Just keep doing little figure eights here into the wind. See how slow I can get this to go. Oh, the wind shifted directions on me there. Wanted to come right at me. Let's try that again. And you can see, you can even hear the motor's not really doing much. You can hear the stabilizing is working hard. You can hear the servos going. There you go, right at me here, nice and slow. I think this comes in other colors other than purple and white, like maybe red and white. I'm not sure. It comes in many different versions, targeted to different people. And if you just want this for the plane, I think you can get that as well. So if you're curious about different versions without maybe, you know, plug and play, no receiver, let me know in the comments. This is the one they sent me. I know that it does come in another version with their like cheaper radio. It's like a really tiny like gamepad style radio, and that's a little bit cheaper than this one. But obviously you can control all this. This radio has the same app control method as the cheaper, smaller radio. I think I made a video on that a while back. But you can put an app on your PC or Mac and program the radio that way. You can't do it like via an interface on the radio itself, but you can use an app to program it. So if you're wondering, that's all also documented in the manual as well. There comes a giant manual for the radio and for the plane. But honestly, I would just, like I said at the beginning of the video, you just need to know about the throttle cut. Make sure you have that off so it finishes the calibration, and then I would just leave it in stabilized mode. It's plenty fun here. I enjoy the nice, smooth, slow flight. When I switched to the gyro mode, it got very exciting. So if you want exciting and fast, I guess you could do that as well. I have a feeling that if you try and fly this faster, it's probably going to gyrate. Let me see what happens if I go faster on this one here. I'm going to go. Whoa. Yeah, as you go faster, the pitch axis becomes more twitchy, as you can see there. So I recommend keeping it slow. This is again probably a limitation of the design of the plane, although you could probably program around it. You can definitely go faster. It's just that you got to be really careful on the pitch axis. You're gonna need a radio that has a lot of expo on the pitch axis. Oh, what happened there? I don't know what happened there. Let's see what kind of crash damage we had. That went straight into the ground. I didn't hear any beeps or anything from the radio. Very strange. That was very unexpected. All right, so doesn't look too bad. This prop is meant to bend, so let's you just readjust this. There we go. Prop's okay. Got some scratches here in the front, probably from the prop when it crashed. Got some grass here on this sticky stuff that's on the ESC that got dislocated. I'm gonna pull this stuff off of here. There's like a sticky pad here that pulled away from the foam. So I'm gonna pull off this grass. This little cover popped off. I'm just gonna put that back on. And hatch is fine. Back on as well, so looks okay. Some control surfaces are still working. Motor's still working. Not sure what happened there. All right, let's launch it again. Oh, seems fine. That was a pretty hard crash. I didn't get any like beeps or warnings from the radio, so I don't think I lost link. It just like for a moment there, it just wouldn't respond to my turn. I was turning like this, and it just kept going into the ground as if I lost link. So very, very weird. But again, targeted to a beginner, so if you crash, even a hard one like that, the plane's fine. So yeah, I'd say like this is very crash worthy. We got a little bit more wind now, so you can kind of see it bouncing around. Very strange. All right, now that I got a little more wind coming from my back, let's see if I can't get it to go really slow. Obviously, yeah, you can see as going to the wind like that, it was increasing in altitude, and then going downwind, you lose altitude. This requires a little bit of throttle management. There you go. Nice slow pass. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that nice little hover here. We're basically hovering. Basically hovering. Almost going backwards. How slow that is. We got a little bit more wind now, so we can do that. I think that's a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but I like flying like this. This requires skill as well. Kind of throttle and then fly like that. It's not easy, but you can learn. It's a lot of fun to do on something like this. Oh, I'm going backwards. I'm pretty much going backwards now. Wow, that's crazy. I think I'm pretty much going almost almost backwards. Just like hovering right there. That's crazy. I would try and catch it, but that's a really big 7-inch prop, and I'm probably gonna cut myself. Look at this. I'm coming in for landing. All right, it's too much fun. I did one more try here. I'm gonna try to get really low and then land in front of me. Yeah, the wind's almost right to my back here. Very nice. So that's it, man. This is a pretty nice flyer. I don't know what happened there with that crash, but you can see it's not really damaged at all. It's looking pretty good. Anyway, the link will be down in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's a good beginner plane, I think, but I wouldn't fly it in the other modes until you program this radio for that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Talk to you guys in the next one.